indeed owe to be in England now that April's there, to quote Robert Browning. And of course we are in England, at Paxton Pits to be precise, near St Neots in Cambridgeshire, on this absolutely stunning spring day. It's absolutely gorgeous after the recent gloom. We're now into some proper spring weather. We're hoping to see and film some nightingales here today. The recent mix of rain and warm sunshine has really brought the leaves out on the trees, which is going to make it more difficult to spot them, but we'll see what we can find. When I looked at the Paxton Pits website, it actually said that they had around about 4 singing nightingales, but also cuckoo, brambling and redstart. So let's check out the Haydn Hide first and see what we can see from there. The Haydn Hide looks out over the Heronry South Lake, and looking out onto the water we have tufted duck and cormorant, of course, lots of cormorants here, and a great crested grebe. Just to the left of the hide we've got a feeding station, we've got grey squirrel and great tit on the nut feeder there, and a male reed bunting on the table. And peering through the trees just beyond the feeders we have a male great spotted woodpecker and a robin. No sign of the redstart so far, but we do have bramblings. Absolutely excellent. It's been a long time since I saw any bramblings, let alone filmed any. Managed to film some a few years ago at Harrington Airfield in Northamptonshire. What a sight. Absolutely fantastic to see them in the bushes that surround the feeding station here just outside the Haydn Hide. Maybe only 15 feet away, if that. Bramblings are winter visitors to the UK, and they'll be moving on quite quickly to their breeding grounds. What a cracking view of these birds. Couldn't get a better view than this. Absolutely fantastic. Almost identical in size and shape to a chaffinch, but I suppose you could call them a deluxe chaffinch. Absolutely brilliant. Really pleased with this footage. Just moved to the door of the hide. I still can't hear any nightingales, but I can hear a cuckoo. It doesn't seem too far away. It's in the trees somewhere there. And indeed there it is. Just switch to a longer lens, try and get a closer shot of it. Way up there in the dead tree, moving ever closer to try and get a decent close-up shot of it. We heard cuckoo last year, but didn't manage to get any footage, but pretty pleased with this shot. Just turns to the sun there. The cuckoo's another bird that makes the long journey from Africa to these shores. This is a male, and he's going to be looking for a female, or several females, to mate with, and she'll lay an egg in some unsuspecting willow warbler's nest or something similar to that. Then the surrogate parents will bring up the young cuckoo, and the parents will fly off back to Africa, never having seen their offspring. Okay, we're making our way to the Kingfisher Hide next. And up in the trees there, I've got a male blackbird singing. It's got to be in my top 5 songs. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, we're in the Kingfisher Hide now. This hide looks out on the Heronry South Lake, but also out on the Heronry North Lake too. Okay, let's see what's on view from this hide. Looking out on the nesting pontoons, we've got black-headed gulls, and more interestingly, common tern. These are back here in force now. This pair are about to mate. The male is just standing on the female's back at the moment. There's quite a few terns swooping around, fishing and so on. The common tern is sometimes known as the sea swallow. And around about 12,000 pairs of these birds will visit the UK in the spring and summer to breed. And you can see them in the UK between April and September. They're very similar to Arctic terns, but common terns have black on the end of their beaks, and there we have the pair on the pontoon mating at last. And also from the Kingfisher Hide, this beautiful great crested green, resplendent in those lovely head feathers, shining in the sunshine. Okay, let's move on back down the boardwalk, away from the Kingfisher Hide, and above us we've got a buzzard just being mobbed by the terns. Just going to carry on down the path towards the river now and see what we can see. We've got brimstone, a female. That looks like a male. Okay, we've reached the river viewpoint now. It looks out on the River Ouse, very picturesque stretch of river here. Very popular with pleasure craft. Really is a beautiful spot here. I can hear birds all around, but still no nightingales. We came here last year and actually heard nightingales, but couldn't get to film them. That was a few weeks later in early May, I think, so it might be worth coming back in a couple of weeks to see if we're any luckier then. And just looking up into the tree there, a male blackcap just appeared, which is always lovely to see. Well, we may not have seen or heard nightingales here at Paxton today, but it's been far from a disappointing day. You can't complain at bramblings and cuckoos. I'll see you next time.